Patrick Gibbons from Patrick Gibbons Handmade. Welcome to golftrip.com.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Patrick, you're one of the most eagerly awaited interviews that we've done here. How did you actually get into this business?
I had a putter addiction that got rather severe, and there was a company out there that made putter grips, and I love their grips. I think they make great grips. I just wasn't willing to pay what they were charging for them, and I just figured that how hard could it be to make a grip? And I actually learned over the next 6 months after stating that it is harder than I thought, but I was determined to do it and just got started with putter grips, and it just grew from there.
So when you say putter grips, did you start off making them for other people, or like what business were you in before you developed this putter addiction?
I was in land development.
Right.
I used to build subdivisions and commercial properties.
Mm-hmm.
And then the economy, did what the economy did, and it left it open as an opportunity to get into something else. And I sat there and thought, if I could do anything, tomorrow, what would it be? And I said I'd play golf.
Right.
So not professionally, obviously. We've never gotten to play together, but you'd know that I wasn't going to make a living doing that.
Yeah.
And after taking a look at the putter collection I had on my wall, I just somehow came up with I'd like to start making putter grips.
Right. Now, obviously, you started off in putter grips. How successful was that for you in those days?
The first year was rough.
Yeah.
At the beginning, what I would do is I would, take a wind grip from the store, and I'd rip off the shell. And, I went to eBay and ordered some skins online, some ostrich skins. And, I still have the first one, and it is awful.
Mm-hmm.
But learning a little bit more about leather and leather techniques, it slowly got better and better. And obviously I knew that I wasn't going to be using, Wynn's underlisting. So for the first year, it was really finding a manufacturer that helped me build an underlisting that would fit my grip and do exactly what I wanted it to do. And it took, a good 9 to 12 months to do that. And once I was able to find that manufacturer for the underlisting, the company just started to progress a little faster and faster into other products.
Now, obviously, with those other products, there has to be an artisan in you somewhere to be able to produce the beautiful products you produce.
Yeah, well, I was actually an art major in college.
Okay.
So there is that background.
Yeah, you just left that out, Pat, when I asked you about how it all came about, and you were a builder, but in fact you were actually an artist to start with.
Yeah. Yeah. There's I guess artist is a compliment. I appreciate that. But yeah, it sort of runs in my family. My grandfather was an artist as well.
Right. Now, Pat, when you take a piece of leather, again, you've branched out into various different products and belts. Golf still at the core of it, but some really beautiful, beautiful designs. Do you come up with all those designs yourself?
For the most part, our head covers, there's, when it comes to some of the skins, some of the skins are just, solid colored. Last summer I got into actually hand painting the python skins and some crocodile skins. So there's, whether it's head covers or, some of our passport holders, I definitely come up with some ideas, but our customers are come up with ideas for themselves, and that's really what I want handmade to be about is let them have their creativity. You can go to any store in America and buy a black lizard belt, not any store, but you can go to any mall in America and buy a black lizard belt 32, 34, 36 inches. However, if you want, a pink ostrich belt with purple stitching and green edges at 35 3/4, where can you get it? And, that's what, I like certain things and I like them my way. And I don't feel that I'm alone in that. And, when customers ask, can we do this? The answer is always yes. We can do it. And let them get exactly what it is that they want.
You're a pretty famous guy nowadays. When did things really start to turn for you for the better?
I'd say it's been the last 2 years. The last 2 years is, the company's grown every month since we've started. But in the last 2 years, our presence on the PGA Tour and our LPGA and most of the golf tours, has really brought more attention to the company. Golf is one sport where the amateurs can have what the pros have, and they want what the pros have, whether it's the clubs or the clothes. And once some of the pros started wearing them, it really helped bring attention to the company. Facebook, has been the one that we started with first, and I would probably have to say Facebook would be the main one.
You haven't had any orders from Mark Zuckerberg yet, have you?
No.
I believe he's a lousy golfer anyway. Which are Patrick Gibbons Handmade's best-selling products?
It would have to be our belts by far.
And again, you're gone to the shoe business as well, is that right, or is that just special order?
No, we've the shoes have been a project that we've worked on for going on 4 years now, and the shoes have been picking up quite a bit. We've made some changes to them. Instead of going with our calf leather that we started with, we've changed it to kangaroo leather. Right. So it's much softer. It's easier to break in. Our marketing has gotten better on those. The word's getting out more. We see, there's orders coming in every day for them. And it's a unique product today because they're made with the leather soles, kind of like the old FootJoys used to be, which is really why I wanted to do it. I miss those shoes.
Sometimes you become a global brand without realizing it. Everybody is talking about your company. Where next for the company?
Well, I think it's just more of the same. We have a couple product ideas that we're developing right now that aren't necessarily golf specific. Belts. Our belts are worn by a lot of golfers, but our customers are business people too, and they wear them all over the place. So I think Handmade can grow into a sort of a lifestyle product rather than just specifically golf. But it's always going to be based in golf. I mean, I love the sport and I love being around it, and that's where it got started from.
Well, Pat, listen, you're an absolute gentleman. Thank you so much for talking to us here at golfjob.com, and may your God go with you, whomever your God may be.
I appreciate it. Yours too.
Patrick Gibbons playing a very easy shot for him.
The ball's oscillating.
It's oscillating, he says. Swing, better, swing. And it's out, folks. Out. It's out. How'd that feel?
Wet.
Nice job, though.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Buried now, though, too.
Yeah, you got this.